Hello everyone, how are you today? I'm Hawk, or Kiv, and in this video I thought I would talk about Destiny. In particular, I want to focus on the guns and sort of some tips and tricks, and also along with that some traps about the guns and which ones I recommend that you guys use, and also some that I recommend you kind of hold off on and use maybe a bit later or test out and see if you can go with them. But let's jump right into it. So I thought that I would start off by talking about the primary weapons, which are the scout rifles, auto rifles, hand cannons, and pulse rifles. So auto rifles, in my opinion, are the easiest to use because they have 3 different firing modes that you can just, make sure that you use yourself. You can pull down the trigger the whole way and go full auto. You can burst fire it, or you can just go single fire if you want. But I'd recommend that you just apply each of these to the different ranges that you might be at. If it's on super close range, go full auto. You can easily control the recoil when they're like 2 meters away from you. If they're a bit longer away, maybe burst fire it a little bit so that way you don't miss as many bullets. And if they're really far away, then I'd recommend trying to get closer, or if you reckon you can go for it, then try some single shots. If not, switch out to a sniper rifle that you might be holding, or such and such. Either way, I have to say that auto rifles are the most balanced and easiest guns to handle in the game, so if you're just starting off in multiplayer, then I definitely recommend auto rifles. I don't think that scout rifles are the things that you should go towards at the very start, because personally, you have to have really good aim to get any sort of results with it. If you're just going to be going for body shots, then you're going to do less damage, which won't give you the kill most of the time, not to mention you'll be running out of magazines super easy, because they are basically about 10 to 15 bullets per mag, so you're going to be having to put on a lot more bullets into people to kill them. So when it comes to hand cannons, first recommendation, if you can use them, go for them. I highly do recommend though that you have hand cannons that have magazines of 5 or more. Definitely try to avoid magazines that are less than 5, because that way if you miss a couple of shots, you're going to be going into a reload where the enemy can most likely shoot at you, because they don't have to reload, and you can't shoot back, which makes you a sitting duck. So that's kind of a little trap when it comes to hand cannons. If you miss your shots, then you're going to be at a big disadvantage unless you have a large magazine in your hand cannon. So try and get your hands on some hand cannons that have lots of magazine ammunition in them. Big recommendation there. But in summary, when it comes to primary weapons, I would stay away from scout rifles until you have some good experience and a good shot. I would try and stick to pulse rifles and assault rifles, not assault rifles, auto rifles, but also hand cannons are optional if you happen to be, good with them, and it also depends on your secondary weapon. If you happen to have a sniper rifle like I just have over here, then it's not too bad if you use a hand cannon. You can have a whole pistol sniper combination going. So, speaking about secondary weapons, it's all basically up to your opinion what you choose as your secondary weapon. There's shotguns, snipers, and fusion rifles, which are, in my opinion, super overpowered, but if you just break it down, then it's all basically up to your opinion. If you are good with a shotgun, definitely go with it. I'd recommend ones with high magazines because you don't want to be stuck in reloads, like I said with the hand cannons. And sniper rifles, definitely, if you can go for it. I have to recommend though, watch out with your attachments on the scopes. When you upgrade them and you get to a higher level, watch out because you might be walking yourself into a very high magnification scope, or in other words, it might be really zoomed in when you don't want it to be. So I'd recommend that you take a look at your sniper rifles, make sure that you play with the attachments a little bit. Definitely keep in mind that you can switch out the weapons anytime during the game. It's okay, you're not locked into it. You can switch out from your shotgun to your sniper rifle if the kids are sniping you a bit too much than you would like normally. So that's okay, and it's always a good thing. Definitely recommend that you adjust it to the map. Don't carry around a shotgun on a really big map. I think a sniper rifle is going to be a bit more handy and you can use it a lot more often. I have to say though that fusion rifles I'm a bit kind of half on, because they are overpowered, but there is a drop off on range. So if you're on a close range map, normally I would prefer to use a shotgun, but that's up to you if you want to use a fusion rifle. I can't particularly use them too well because I don't go with the charge up time. I prefer to just whip it out and then absolutely go ham with my shotgun, rather than having to take it out and then charge it up as you do with a fusion rifle. So it doesn't make it too good of a gun to switch into if you're in the middle of a gunfight, but if I don't like the kids that can just walk around corners while charging it up, and then as soon as they see you, they just let rip, and then you got a railgun basically from Halo 4 just tearing you to shreds. When it comes to heavy weapons, I would definitely recommend the light machine guns or heavy like machine guns over the rocket launchers, because you only get a couple of shots with the rocket launchers. Even though you can do a lot of damage, most likely you're not going to come across a bunch of people, whereas with a heavy machine gun you can just keep a streak going, and if you don't happen to have the best guns for the map, then you can definitely just pick up some heavy ammo, use your light machine gun, go on a nice tear with that, get your super, and then you're set. Whereas if you use a rocket launcher, you only got 2 shots, you can't really keep a streak going or get a streak going and such, so that doesn't make it too useful at all. That was a nice shot there with the sniper rifle, by the way. But yeah, that just about brings it to the end of this video. Make sure that you leave a like, comment, favorite, and or subscription. It's much appreciated. And if you have any recommendations or things that have worked for you, or maybe something that hasn't worked for you, feel free to put that in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what actually you guys are really good with, or what you guys aren't so good with when it comes to Destiny. So make sure that you leave some in the comment section down below. I'm Ace Hawk, or Kiv, and I'm out.